Heaven's headlines, Bible stories, the day a man's face shone like the sun. Exodus 34:29-35. Have you ever met someone who just seemed to glow after spending time with God? Like their peace, their joy, their light, it almost felt otherworldly. There's one story in the Bible where that actually happened. Literally, it's the story of Moses. And the day his face shone like the sun. By this time, Moses had already seen a lot. He'd faced Pharaoh. He'd watched the Red Sea split in two. He'd led a nation of former slaves into the wilderness. But leading people isn't easy, especially when those people keep doubting you and doubting God. Over and over, Israel complained, rebelled, and turned away. And every time they did, Moses climbed back up the mountain, back to God, pleading for mercy. So once again, Moses went up Mount Sinai to meet with God. For 40 days and 40 nights, he stayed there. No food, no water, just the presence of God. There, God gave him new stone tablets, the 10 Commandments, to replace the ones Moses had broken in anger when Israel worshipped the golden calf. This was a reset moment, a chance for grace. Imagine standing in a cloud so bright it burns your eyes, hearing thunder that isn't from a storm, and feeling a presence so powerful you know you're not just in nature, you're in the presence of the Creator himself. That's where Moses was, talking with God. Not as a distant voice, but face to face as a friend. When the 40 days were over, Moses came down from Mount Sinai. In his hands were the tablets of God's commandments. But there was something different about him this time. Something he didn't even realize. His face was shining. The people looked up from their tents and froze. Moses was glowing, not metaphorically, but literally. His skin radiated with a light so bright they were afraid to even come near him. It wasn't from the sun, it wasn't fire or reflection. It was the glory of God, still clinging to him after being in God's presence. Moses called out to them, but they hesitated, stepping back in fear. They'd seen miracles before, but this was different. It wasn't something happening around Moses. It was something happening through him. When they finally came closer, he shared everything God had told him on the mountain. The covenant, the commandments, the way they were to live. And as he spoke, the light from his face glowed brighter, like a reflection of heaven itself. But when Moses finished speaking, he covered his face with a veil. Not because he was ashamed, but because the people couldn't handle the brilliance of God's glory. From that day on, every time Moses went in to speak with God, he would remove the veil. And when he came out, his face would shine again. Then he'd cover it once more until the light faded. What's beautiful about this story is that it shows what happens when someone spends real time in God's presence. You don't leave unchanged. Moses didn't have to tell people he'd been with God. They could see it. It radiated from him. We may not glow like Moses, but the same principle is true today. When we draw close to God, something in us begins to shine. Peace replaces anxiety. Grace softens our hearts. Hope lights our faces. The closer you get to the light, the more that light shows through you. Moses' glowing face wasn't just a miracle. It was a message. A reminder that God's presence still transforms hearts, still changes lives, and still leaves a mark that others can see. Because when you've truly been with God, it shows. Next, they had seen miracles. They'd walked through the sea, eaten bread from heaven, and still, it wasn't enough. Their craving turned to complaining, and their complaining turned to disaster. This is the story of the day desire went too far. The meal that became a curse. Numbers 11:4-34. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you like these kinds of stories, leave a message. Let's talk about them.